First off, I thought Vanderbilt came out with a lot of energy, did a really good job, gave us some problems early, and they were moving the ball, and shoot, you're sitting there with a minute left in the first half, down 10, so 42. You go 42-8 from that point. In SEC football is a lot of good things happening. So, we didn't tackle well today in the secondary. And Jackson made a lot of really good plays, and usually has made one really bad one. Now he's made two really bad ones in the same game. So, we got to get out of those and can't get too comfortable when things are going well, like the second one, and it's an RPO and scores, just hand the ball off. Really cool day for Mingo to break Elijah's record that was done here. Great job by him. Kid who just stayed, worked hard, and classic obstacles away. Was so upset when he got hurt before that Alabama game. And, had he not, probably wouldn't be here this year. Probably would have left. So, never know why things happen. And he's just one of our coolest kids we have by the way that he works. And totally unselfish. Never ever asked about catches, anything like that, and then to break the school record's awesome.
You guys really came out of the locker room in the third quarter very explosive. Was that just a result of things that were said at the half, or was?
Yeah, I just thought it was a great motivational speech by the head coach, and did a really good job. Now, they did what they were supposed to do in the beginning. We stopped them on defense. Took advantage of the lateral. I think we went 28 or 21-0 fast. So, that was good to see. And you never know. Like we say every game, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. Last time we went on the road, we were handing the ball 63 times or something. And then today we throw for 448. So you just never know what's going to happen.
I think this was the first time you guys have trailed at halftime this year. What do you learn about your team in a game like this?
It was a strange feeling, especially for this group, having never had that feeling, and said, hey, we've been on the other side of this. Now let's actually play a really good second half and a good fourth quarter, which we haven't done for the most part. So, let's flip it, and they came out and did it. So, like we said, you can make anything positive. Now we can say, hey, we actually play good second halves.
I don't think y'all had thrown for more than 250 in a game before today. Just was it kind of part of the game plan to try and take those deep shots, or was it taking what the defense gave you?
There's just some examples of, you got to go into the game, you got to see what they do, and then they start to, once you do something well, these guys pay money to coach, and they do, and they did a good job, with some run game stunts up front, so there wasn't much pass rush at all when you do that, so then you're able to sit back there and throw the ball. So, whenever you do something well and come in, whatever, top 3 or something in rushing the country, people are going to gang up and stop you, and then once you threw, then you saw that open up a little bit.
How important was that touchdown right before halftime, not just score-wise, but momentum-wise for you guys?
Huge. Like I said, this is the first group of these guys, together down in half, and I wasn't feeling very good, and I've been in a lot of those, so that was really, you could see the energy myself, the sidelines, on the long throw, and then, to get stuffed on the first run and then put in goal line for the first time all year, and those guys came through.
What was different for you guys defensively in the second half?
I don't know. It wasn't a major thing. We just, they had a touchdown run on a fourth down that we, ran the wrong gap scheme, and we didn't tackle very well. We still didn't tackle very well in the second half. Really, poor tackling by our secondary.
You guys are.
This system's very critical, as you know, because the ball goes to those guys a lot.
I apologize. You guys are undefeated halfway through the season. You're going to start being involved in the national playoff conversation and that kind of thing. Where do you think this team is right now halfway through a season?
I'm thinking we should have played a lot better, so I'm certainly not thinking about the national championship. You and I watched that first half, so I ain't worried about that. We got a long ways to go to improve, to play in a matchup coming back that, we haven't won yet. The one coming up Saturday, so we're gonna need our fans, to repeat their performance, last week, and show up and and give us a home field advantage.
Another week where you guys kind of shuffled things on the offensive line. Where do you feel like you guys are at up front?
They pass protected well. You know, we got a lot of run stunts as you saw, and we're really getting stuffed early. So, you know, I mean, I wouldn't have guessed the stats ended up being 7-3, you know, for Zach, and 4-2 for Q, because at half I think they were like 2 yards a carry. So, you know, good resolve. We obviously changed some things up with some perimeter runs because of all the interior stunts, and the guys took advantage of the game plan. And it was a cool third quarter because some of that stuff was, you know, halftime adjustments can be overrated, but were some really cool plays that we drew up at half that the players executed for some back-to-back touchdowns.
Anything else for Coach?